Thousands of Houston area kids sneak off to all-night parties.
The parties are called raves, and inside some kids are doing drugs and drinking alcohol. Well, how far would you go to find out what your child is doing on a Saturday night? Only on 2, we continue our investigation of the rave scene with a mother who now has a warning. News 2 Houston investigator and dad, Tony Kovaleski, live in the News Center. Tony?
Bill, our pictures from inside Houston area rave parties have already launched police investigations. Tonight, we take you to another party. Perspective from a courageous Houston mom. Concerned for the daughter she loves, she bought a ticket to rave.
Likes music. Was a very good student. Just your typical teenager. I'm going this far, you know, to find out what she's doing, and hopefully then I'll be able to help her, you know, if she's involved in anything she shouldn't be.
Sarah's concerned because her daughter may be a regular raver.
I started noticing about 4 or 5 of the little handouts. That's kind of when I got clued in.
Clued in because her daughter was keeping a secret.
Usually she would tell me ahead of time, I'm going to so-and-so's house for the, you know, for the night, Saturday night.
To better understand that secret, Sarah wanted to see it for herself. It's a Saturday night. Sarah joining teens, preteens, and young adults, all flocking to this party in Northwest Houston.
As you walk through those gates and go into this event, what are you expecting?
I've learned that, that there's a lot of drug activity.
And on the inside, that's exactly what our cameras captured. This is inside the boys' bathroom. Watch as the deal goes down. We found similar scenes throughout the night. Dealing, drugging, dancing, and more.
There was a girl, obviously wasted, out of her mind, urinating right in front of me.
We even found this table selling drug paraphernalia, pipes, and pacifiers. Ravers say when they're on ecstasy, they chew the pacifiers instead of their tongues.
Yeah, that's a clue for a parent when a child comes home sucking on a baby pacifier.
Jack Hook works for the DEA.
Ecstasy has become very, very popular.
Hook says the problem with rave parties is the ecstasy and its side effects.
They become heated, overexhausted, dehydrated. You could say they dance themselves to death sometimes.
And take a look at this. At the rave, paramedics treating this teen. Treated for dehydration, treated for an ecstasy overdose.
All my suspicions are clear. All the clues from, say, about a year ago, every clue is real.
Away from the music, the lights, and outside the fences, Sarah reflected on 4 hours inside a rave party.
Kids that were 13, 14, 16, you know, had no problem coming up to me and talking to me or even offering me drugs.
What bothered you the most?
That no one did anything about it. There were police everywhere. There were kids doing drugs everywhere. You could just sit down and look over to your left or to your right and someone was doing it. It's very sad. It's very sad. And I don't think parents really know, you know, what's going on. I mean, I challenge every parent to get a ticket and come out and see for themselves. Because it's really the only way that it's going to get turned around is if someone does something about it.
You'll lend a passionate perspective. Now, there's at least one Houston area rave promoter that has been watching during the past week and says he wants to do something about it. He's got a rave party coming up Friday night. He said, 1, on his flyer, he said no drugs allowed. 2, he's going to go and check every backpack, and he's going to be out there with a bullhorn saying, if you brought drugs, go home. So bottom line, a lot of calls from passionate people saying they really believe in these rave events. A lot of kids don't do drugs, but it's really rampant there. And if somebody wants to change it, it's going to be the ravers, it's going to be the promoters. They're going to have to change it.
It's a wake-up call.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Tony.
Now, the reaction to our investigation on raves has been considerable. As a matter of fact, we've received more than 300 telephone calls to our investigators' tip line about raves. If you have any comments, we want to hear from you. The number is here on your screen, 713-223-TIPS. That's 713-223-8477. And use that same number for any other tips you'd like our investigators to check into.
Well, they almost didn't make it into the world, but tonight a new family is bonding. It's an amazing story of survival in the wake of last night's storms. The strong winds toppled a garage in Pearland.